Can AI ever replace ethical hackers? What's your call on that?
So I feel like ethical hackers will not be replaced, but ethical hackers who know how to use AI to make their work fast, and ethical hackers who understand LLM security and how things are happening, they will be able to sustain, they will be able to save their jobs.
2020-30, will AI reduce cybercrime or it will gonna industrialize it?
I feel both will happen together. Like it will be happening simultaneously because industrialization will arrive and it will consolidate faster than the defense of improvements.
What kind of information should people never place in an AI tool? What do you suggest to them?
So risks are many. Like anything which you feel should be restricted to you, you should never dump that onto AI tool because your data will then be public, and you never know, like in this world we have so many people like who will be able to get your data.
Are tools or chatbot or any AI systems leak sensitive data without the user realizing it? You think so?
Yes.
Welcome to another compelling episode of InfosecTrain's Tech Talk Real World Decoded. And I'm your host, Anas, today. And today's the conversation is not that which we generally used to do, typically about cybersecurity, but it is about security in the age of AI. And AI writes your emails. We all know that. We'll be using it. AI edits your photos. AI give answers to your questions. But here is the uncomfortable truth. AI also helping attackers to write better phishing emails, can write malicious codes, can create deepfakes, which has been very common in previous days, and automate cyber attack at the scale because we are in the era of agentic AI, where if agents can do positive verbs, they can also be introduced for doing some hacking and other activities. So the big question to decode today is that whether AI is making cybersecurity safer or more dangerous, because we have to understand both the aspects. Let's just dive to understand why your AI is a security risk. Yeah, I would repeat that. Why your AI is a security risk. To decode this in the real world, I have joined with Shruti Kapoor, an offensive security consultant. She has been doing very great. The time I have been following her and I read about her, about OSCP certified pen tester. She is actually a CEH master as well, and CV researcher who has discovered real-time vulnerabilities. Not only in terms of professional background, she's also come up with some real-life examples, but she has proven the world the way we see AI and its enablement in different directions as well. She doesn't just study cyber attack; she simulates them in a very, very amazing way. And Shruti, I mean, when I've been gone through with her profession, I found that Shruti thinks like an attacker to help organizations to stay ahead, to find the best possible ways. Shruti, welcome to the show, and we're very happy to have you today to just come up to understand this another aspect of cybersecurity in the era of AI. If you would love to say something for our viewer, that'll be very great.
Hi, Anas. Thank you so much for having me here. So currently I'm working as a purple team consultant where I work with both offensive and defensive side. So
Yeah.
I feel like I can explain better like how AI is helping in defense as well as how attackers are using it to perform malicious type of attacks.
Okay, that's very great. Just before I start, Shruti, it'll be great to just know something very something which world doesn't know about Shruti Kapoor, because there's a lot about you on LinkedIn. There's a lot about you on your presence where the work has been contributed by you. What inspires you to be the part of this profession? Why you are actually in this field? I would not say that radically, but yeah, we see more uh, male dominance in this specific cybersecurity, wherein we have seen the rush, the way people have came in this profession has been very nice watching you out there. So just a quick peek about yourself. I mean, why did you choose this profession, and what is best about this, and what excites you to be excel more about in this field, so that it increases confidence to other youngsters as well.
Yeah, sure. So that's an interesting question, and I would love to answer this. So I started learning cybersecurity when I was in my class 12th.
Okay.
So at that time, I just explored some random, like I was just exploring like what I could do better. because I always had a competitive mind and I just wanted to be ahead of others. So
Okay.
when I came in my college first semester, we like after my first sem, COVID came, and then
Okay.
we got Coursera and multiple like learning platforms for free. Then like at that time my friends, they used to waste a lot of time in just enjoying and in just like roaming out or watching movies. At that point of time I used to do a lot of certifications.
Okay.
I even thought like I should keep on posting on my LinkedIn, so randomly, like if I did a simple cert, I just posted that. So at that time I was just exploring like if I could do well in AI or in data science or in designing or networking or in cybersec. Then since I was very curious, so during my first sem itself I got an internship in government of Uttarakhand for network security. Yeah, and then
Hmm.
as my semesters kept on going, so in every sem I kept on doing 2 to 3 internships. So along with my college, I was doing a full-time job in a Singaporean company remotely. Then I did my masters from the same university. I kept on working for that same company remotely. So I was managing full-time college with full-time job, and in the evenings I used to give trainings for ethical hacking. I was even doing bug bounties. I became 100% nerd person with no
Okay.
friends because I didn't have time to go out. But I love doing my things, as yeah, as my faculties also referred me for multiple programs for internships. Yeah, so then I just kept on studying. I did my EGPT. I started doing bug bounty hunting. I got my first bounty, that was for
Hmm.
500 USD. This motivated me. I got many Hall of Fames. So yeah, then I even started my own startup during college time for cybersecurity. Um, yeah, so this is how like I proceeded. So like I have 2 masters. um,
Oh, that's great.
yeah, like because I feel like yeah, because I can manage studies and work together. So yeah. Until now, if I'll tell you, I have trained more than 10,000 people in cybersecurity, that too mainly in CEH, offensive security, and network pen testing. So this is
Absolutely great. We're really amazed to know a lot about from you about this. And this is a cross-border conversation to you, team. I must tell you, she's joining from Europe, and we are currently getting this reward from India. So that shows the amount of passion she brought us. And let's just with this excitement started from here, and let's start it simple. I have a question for you, Shruti. That every day people use AI tool thinking without thinking twice. I mean, they just get the tool and start using it. But from an attacker's perspective, how has AI changed the game? What's your point on that?
yeah. So yes. So we as a normal individual, we are also getting dependent entirely on AI. So as attackers, these days, even a person who is just having the basic idea like how to perform the attack, even that person can do it because of the help
Okay.
of AI based tools. So earlier, if I tell you, so when the people has to like exploit any vulnerability, then they need to have the knowledge of any scripting language, or they need to understand the tech stack properly. But
Okay.
nowadays, they just have the idea of law, and they are just giving it to GPT or Grok AI or onto any AI tool, and then they are just asking to make a script. uh, but the main thing which they are doing is crafting a prompt which AI tool feels that it's a genuine or a good prompt. But
Okay.
yeah, then they are like getting the scripts and they are performing attacks through through running the scripts, and, which is really I feel like it's yeah. So it is helping attackers in performing attacks in a more faster way without having the knowledge of
Mhm.
the system. So it's increasing, like, so it's more efficient. Moreover, like earlier when we used to perform, so like since I have been a purple team consultant, so we even do social engineering assessments, where we
Mhm.
have to do like phishing and other phishing based assessments for the companies. So when we perform these type of attacks, we explore uh, a lot about the companies, like through their LinkedIn, through Shodan, through multiple social media profiles. But these days, like what like what attackers are doing, they are just simply using GPT or other tools and crafting a script and doing everything at once. So yeah, so this is even increasing a lot of chances of getting spoofed in real life.
Just taking it to the next level, I mean, if you just take it very simple, 5 years ago, a hacker needs skills. Okay, some sort of skills they need to do it. Today, does AI reduce the skills barrier for attackers or not?
So like when I used to learn before, like how to detect a phishing mail. So we used to
Uh-huh.
read like the phishing mails may have grammatical errors, logos can be a bit blurred or weird. But these days, because we have AI, so hackers can very easily copy tone of any company and they can
Mhm.
craft a very realistic email. Moreover, because
Okay.
of deepfake technologies as well, they are giving it a more realistic picture. So yeah, so it's for phishing. Yeah, same for different domains, like they are even cloning the voice of the company CEO, or they are scamming people. We have heard of like a lot of cases of digital arrest and a lot of things. So it's all AI driven. Hackers are using a lot of ways by which they are manipulating human mind. Since human being is a very emotional type of person, so it's very easy to play with emotions. So
Okay.
yeah, so I feel like it's really going in a bad direction in this way for hackers.
Okay, nice. Let's say take an example. AI got the race in recent 5 years after the generative AI came with the picture. After the research paper, attention is all you need. Imagine you were when your college days. Let's take your example only and giving it to you. Like if a 17-year-old a laptop have like somebody who is 70-year-old with a laptop or with having an AI tool wanted to launch a phishing company today, how different it would be if you look at compared to 2018, 2017 or 16, because you have seen that phase in your life when you just mentioned about that you used to study about cybersecurity, you study about the big bounty, but if compare the same situation for today, I mean, how different do you see that if it would have been given to you, or would be the time for you, or what is right now we can see that way?
Yeah, so okay, so like right now I feel like it's like trying phishing campaign is a more easier option because we have so many tools for the same. We have a lot of AI tools for research. Like if we have like if we need to know about any company, how is the style of email, we can even get a lot of data from internet. So we can
Hmm.
purchase a lot of data, like how the company is writing the emails. Moreover, we have a lot of AI based tools which will give us the emails of CEOs. So some companies use it for lead generation, but hackers use it for just sending the malicious emails. So
Okay.
when I started learning cybersecurity, 5 to 6 years back, so when I had no clue what it is, so at that point of time, like we used to do a lot of manual research. And this process used to take a lot of time, and there were high chances that the link which I am attaching can be detected. Moreover,
Okay.
uh, like we used to even host a phishing or a dummy page or a malicious page, and for that thing we need to have the basic knowledge of coding, like through like HTML, CSS. We used to host the web application onto some server. So there are more chances that this can be detected, because like if we are cloning a site, some imperfections could be there. But nowadays things are very simple. We are so like these days, even if I have to create clone of a page, I just simply give prompts to GPT, and GPT can create exact page. So it
Okay.
is very simpler today. And I feel like like everybody is dependent on AI. As we are feeding more data onto AI, onto GPT, it's becoming more intelligent, and your data is no longer safe. So
Okay. So when we say that AI is a security risk, or that sounds very dramatic. Also, I would say that, but we have seen companies banning AI tools internally. Is that a fear justified or an overreactions? Just wanted to know from you.
okay, I feel it's a good option which companies are doing, because like if we will feed a lot of company sensitive data onto public AI based tools, then that data is entirely public. Anybody can access it. Like just the matter of prompts and you will get it. So recently, Samsung Electronics have noticed that some of their employees, they have fed like a lot of companies sensitive source code onto
Correct.
public AI solution. So because of that, so Samsung had to ban that.
Right.
Moreover, so not just Samsung, there are companies like Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan Chase, and many more like who have banned this the use of public open AI in the companies.
Mm.
So they have their internal AI solutions, or they have like private AI bots which the employees can use. And I
Okay.
feel like in every company, for every employees, there should be a training on to how to use AI securely. Because let's say if
Okay.
I am a fresher and if I go to any company, what I'll do, I will simply copy paste my boss email. I will write generate a reply for me, or I can just like give my company's Excel data and I can write like just give me a graph for this. So yeah, I feel like that it's a good decision which companies have taken. And yeah.
Sounds good. But let's understand the next layer. Are tools or chatbot or any AI assistants leak sensitive data without the user realizing it? You think so?
Mhm. Yes, because we'll not come to know like so now let's say if like how is AI learning? We all are feeding data inside AI, right? And it's
Okay.
just learning by its own. So this is how like a machine learning model is trained. We fed a lot of data set and then the model learns, and next time
Hmm.
model tries to give better answers. For example, if I'll give you, let's say if I have a plan of creating a startup, and I have just like I have created a plan and I have given it to GPT, make a pitch deck for me. So
Okay.
now, so now let's say, okay, so now I have the pitch deck, but my idea is like it's my idea, but now it's public idea. Now there is some different person, a young enthusiast. That person is searching, what startups should I focus on working on, and then boom, he has got the same idea. So
Correct.
there is so much of similarity, and
Right.
yeah, so the ideas can be stolen, your customers personal identifiable information can be at risk. So it is
Mhm.
a risky, it's a risky thing in this way. I feel.
Oh, that's really amazing because people like you who have been just so much grown up around these technologies are speaking about this really makes an alarm for all the Gen Zs and the young generations to look out the way they're using these tools. And you also mentioned about like just dumping your pitch deck to an AI. With this, another question that arises in my mind that what kind of information should people never paste in an AI tool? What do you suggest to them?
Yeah, so it's not just okay, so it's not just personal identifiable information which we should not dump in the AI tools. Apart from PII data means any data which could be helping in identifying a person uniquely. For example, my Aadhaar
Okay.
card number, or my bank details, or my name, my email ID, my password, anything like that. Moreover, if we are adding like any financial data of a company, or let's say if I am dumping any of my ideas, or let's say if I am just asking GPT to summarize any discussion which happened in the meeting. So even like this
Okay.
could be a risk. So risks are many. Like anything which you feel is should be restricted to you, you should never dump that onto AI tool, because your data will then be public, and you never know, like in this world we have so many people like who will be able to get your data. Yeah, so that's the case.
Okay, let's take a real life angle that if someone in finance uh,
Mhm.
team uses AI to summarize a confidential report, what could go wrong in that case? Because a lot of
Okay,
people are
so
doing.
yes, so people are doing that. I feel like so there are so many companies who do similar things. The main difference is of the pricing model and how
Okay.
they are working. So if your financial data, like if you are putting your company's financial data there, then this could be a win-win for your competitor. So
Okay.
we should never do that, because see, like we have so many companies. If I'll tell you, let's say we have, for example, we have EY, we have Deloitte, we have PwC. They all are service-based companies, and they are, and most of the things they are doing are similar. Like they have like
Okay.
cyber security, so they even take big projects from Google, they take projects from Microsoft, and they're working on the separate services. And some services are similar. So if one company is dumping their financial data, like how much growth they have done in terms of revenue, or how is their and what's the price point of their like one particular service, and and how they have modified that over the period of time. So then there are more chances that some different company may try to come to that point. So yeah, so companies should never put their financial data or any sensitive data which they feel is confidential to them.
Okay, got it. To all the users who are viewing this, I mean, if you're working in an organization as an employee, prefer to not dump any such data which you think that could be confidential for your company, because you'll be the person to be questioned first if something goes wrong. So before I jump into the next question, we are just shifting to an offensive security in the age of AI, how it actually look like. I mean, you'd be the right person to let us know. So I'm just putting a question to you, like, you work in offensive security, you have idea about that, you have worked in past as well, meaning you break systems ethically, and that's something which I
Yeah.
wanted to tell the people. Yeah, how AI has changed red teaming at this point of time, what do you see?
Yeah, I feel like AI has changed the way we perform dramatically. Like earlier, we used to spend a lot of time. Because every hacker, whenever we start any attack, we follow 5 phases. We firstly do reconnaissance, then we do information. Like so, in the information gathering phase, we'll be gathering information uh, like. Uh, about the company, the tech stack they are using, how many employees are there, and some common versions if you'll come to know. Then we'll be coming on to vulnerability scanning. So now if I have got some vulnerability by just exploring the web pages, if I have got a version of a component, then I will be exploring that. And now let's say if it's vulnerable, so
Hmm.
we will be we'll be exploring more, like how we can come in. We just get in the system by exploiting that, and then we do post exploitation steps which we have to do, and then we generate a report. Like this is how we work normally in ethical hacking. So like earlier, like we used to spend a lot of time on reconnaissance, because reconnaissance is heart of every pen test process. If we do not know our systems well, if we do not know any site well, it's very hard to just do random guesses and to come in. So most of the time, used to just go in the reconnaissance process. But now with help of these AI based solutions, reconnaissance is fast.
Uh-huh.
Moreover, we have so many vulnerability scanning tools which have came up in the market. They will even help you in doing the reconnaissance. Now, because of AI, like we have ChatGPT, which is an all-rounder GPT, we can say. We have a separate GPT for pen test, that is pen test GPT. We have pen test agents. We have so many tools which are for exploiting vulnerabilities automatically through AI. So AI has change the landscape now, and I feel it is better and easy for us as pen testers. But we
Okay.
even have to see yeah but there are so many bad uses of this AI as well, so even hackers are using it. We can't stop
Yeah.
that. So yeah, that's the case. Like we have like worm GPT. So worm GPT helps in it will help you in writing worms. So we write it to test like how secure is the antivirus solution, how secure are our defenses. Hackers use it for the bad cause. So
Okay. So do you think that AI it's helping, or it has created an ease to reconnaissance or scanning? Do you think so? With the help of AI, is the process got much more faster?
yeah, process is fast now. Like earlier we used to do it manually, but now
Okay.
let's say so like when I used to learn earlier, we used to see like so many directory scanning tools, so many tools for hunting for subdomains. We used to use Linux filters. We used to just group out the unique domains and the unique directories. But now we have so many frameworks. If you explore web, we have plenty of frameworks which will
Right.
like you simply have to run the script, and in so many folders you will be getting the result of each and everything. It saves
Hmm.
time for us.
That's amazing. So, without naming any organization, I mean, I'm putting you a travel question, but without naming any organization, can you describe a real world attack simulations where actually AI made the attack more realistic?
Yeah, sure. So last year, what happened? So I'll not be taking name of the company.
Yeah.
So hacker group has exploded. So like they targeted one company, and so
Mhm.
like it was a startup. It was not a big company, and they just try to do a lot of reconnaissance and a lot of information they gathered about the CEO. They even saw a lot of public webinars and conferences the person did, which were available on web, because of which they got to know how is his voice tone and how is
Okay.
his voice. Then they even understood the body gestures, like how he is moving, so that they can create something realistic.
Mhm.
Then hacker group, they started a spare campaign, which was
Okay.
targeted only for the finance department of that company, and it was looking so real, the audio, video, email, and everything. So they somehow trusted that it's a real video of the CEO speaking. So
Okay.
yeah, so because of deepfake content, even on yeah, so even like anywhere, like we can't trust anything. We should always verify, like if
Oh,
the content is from the authentic source or no.
very well said that you should always verify, even if you know something is coming from your known person, because earlier it was easy to depict, but in the age of AI, it's very difficult to identify what's real and what's unreal until you verify that thing. Thank you. I mean, that's very nice you way mentioned it. Let's just enter, because you talk about deepfake only. Let's just jump into deepfake, phishing, and real world scams. What actually been happening in these days? So let's just talk about everyday people are experiencing. We have seen deepfake CEO scams that was very famous on internet amount last year. And AI generated voice fraud is so common in India these days, and hyper reeling phishing emails. Phishing email was still has the highest number of records that people are actually gaining, interactions of not identifying what is going behind the screens. So how easy today to create any fake identity using an AI? I mean, it's becoming so easy. I think I have seen few months ago that even ChatGPT or even Gemini can make your fake Aadhaar card as well if you just give it to them. So let's just understand about these things. I mean, how difficult is at this era, and what type of learning would you give to everyone?
Yes, sure. So I agree with you that because of the enhancement of AI, deepfake attacks are increasing.
Mhm.
Moreover, like even though onto Instagram we have so many influencers which are not in real, like but they look so
Right,
real and people like they believe that it's a real influencer.
right.
Deepfake was earlier designed to help a lot of companies to create the content for the people who do not want to show their faces. But
Okay.
hackers, they have shifted it to some different direction, and dramatically it is increased in number, these attacks. So here, like I would like to just tell you that in the year 2025 itself, in quarter 1, the loss which happened from AI crossed more than $200 million, and it's like research of a company that is Group IB. Moreover, so like now things are so easy. Like hackers are just doing it. Moreover, for a lot of organizations in Singapore, as well as in US, they have faced like breaches up to like 50, like more than 700,000 US dollar scams for these AI and deepfake based attacks.
So do you think, I mean, that phishing emails today are hard to detect because of AI generated languages?
Yes, it's harder to detect because, like I told you earlier, like earlier we used to, like if you check any blog onto web, how to detect a phishing email. So
Mhm.
we have like certain ways, like the email might not be in a proper grammatical way, or there might be some tone might be different, or the logos which might be there will be blurred, or this would not look professional. So
Okay.
nowadays, even though if we have a person who's not having any skills, who just know how to use AI based tools, they can copy the same and they can do it. Moreover, it will be harder for us to detect because the basic way how we used to detect will not be working now. Uh, yeah, but I feel like certain tools should be should have been coming up in the market, or there might be some research going on, which can help in detecting these malicious emails.
That's absolutely nice. So, can you think, or can you ever imagine that whatever content people are putting on social media in 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, those medias or those videos can be used by AI to build someone's clone? Is it a myth or a reality, you think so?
Yeah, yes, I have seen like so many cases like where people are making clone videos. Moreover, like on social media, like there are so many videos of Prime Minister Modi saying something, but it's not true. It's entirely fake. So there are so many deepfake videos of a lot of celebrities. People are doing it just to spread misinformation or just to misguide people. So like we should always do one thing, like we should always verify the source. Like
Mhm.
there are so many ways by which we can do that, but like randomly if any person is posting on social media, we can't trust that. So even like, so we only have to see if the post is from a trusted account or no. If the similar type of resources are available onto official website or onto official source of this particular channel, then only we have to trust it, because
Okay.
world is so big, there are
Yeah.
billions of people, and AI is accessible to everyone. We have people
Correct.
of different mindsets, so we should never trust anyone.
Very well said. That the biggest problem is, or biggest solution is the current problem only. What is that AI is accessible to everyone. So firstly, whenever a new technology comes in the market, where specific people used to get access to that. But at this moment of time, AI is in everyone's hand. So you never know where it is going on. But that is where it's important. But with this, there is a thing that comes into our mind. I think we remember that we have enabled a thing that's called, that is multi-factor authentication or step two verifications. So do you think, is it enough in the age of AI?
I feel like multi-factor authentication, like this can be helpful, but we cannot be dependent on to MFA entirely,
Yeah.
because hackers know a lot of ways by which they can even bypass MFAs.
Okay.
So even like if you will explore like 𝗥𝗲𝗪, there are plenty of blogs where we can find out how to bypass captcha, how to bypass OTPs, how to bypass the like the multi-factor authentication code which we get onto like Microsoft application or onto that Google application. So we have a lot of ways. Moreover, there are a lot of tools by which hackers can they can just connect to the session like through that application, and they can have the entire access of session and they can bypass it. So things have changed. Yeah, so now to prevent like a lot of attacks, we need to have some different methods and different ways as well, because we have, because hackers they already know this MFA since past
Okay.
like it's a it's a concept which has to be there, but it's old now. So yeah.
Mm, great. So even if somebody is using MFA, it always recommend them to that add as much layer of security you can. There is no problem, because security is not for fear. It is making a stronger environment for you, wherein your data could be restricted in the right way. So with this, let's just understand about which is your favorite domain. That's red teaming, the real world attack scenarios, the human factors, which you have been doing from ages. So let's imagine a real world scenario. I mean, I will give it to you. It is up to you how you present it. A mid-sized company integrates AI into customer support and
Mhm.
internal operations. So there are things which can be helpful for them. There are things that could be trouble for them, because what I see as an AI enthusiast, that I always see in the direction of positive things. But
Mhm.
imagine an agent we built. Okay, we built an agent that is acting as a customer support executive, and somebody got access to our agent. He has not hacked the agent. Basically, he just changed the command of agent. The agent start giving false informations to the customer, which we are actually reaching out there. So these are the just myth that even runs into my mind. So being a red teamer, you are there. How do you see when the enterprises these days are integrating AI to the customer support, to other integration of the society? How would be responsible they should be at this point of time?
Okay, yeah, so you are true here that almost every integration layer, specifically where AI chatbot or assistants connects to internal databases,
Yeah.
SharePoint, Slack, CRM systems, or internal wikis, they are entirely at risk, because AI is given a broad access these days, and any attacker he can just simply give some malicious prompts, and it is very easy for him to get the information. Moreover, like if you see like in the Microsoft 365, we have a lot of applications. And recently, I saw that there was so like there are certain applications which are abandoned by the developers. So
Okay.
hackers have acquired them. And since Microsoft 365 has entire access of our emails, so we can access our emails, Excel, like Word documents, presentations, and everything. So if the hacker has access of those tools, and if he is doing prompt injection, he can very easily access your data. So
Oh,
that's true. Yeah.
so you just mentioned about the prompt injections. We have been listening about prompt injection, indirect prompt injections, or LLM poisoning. So, as per you, where is the weakest entry point likely to be at the current stage of AI?
Weakest entry point could be anywhere. Like, okay, so if I say, like, we humans interact through a console or through an interface, right? So if that interface, or if we have any chatbot or anything, if it is like if it's a part of integration layer where like it's directly connected to some system, directly connected to database, directly connected to any other solution, so yeah, then that could be at risk.
Okay. And if a chatbot is connected to internal database, what risk emerges at that point of time?
So a hacker can even change the database. He can even delete that. He can even try to retrieve a lot of information from that. He can even do model manipulation. He can just change into your data and can affect the integrity, can delete everything. Availability will be compromised, and he can
Yeah.
even steal your data and can sell it onto dark web. That is even more risky.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Hmm. So, what one mistake? I mean, while you are been telling about all those things to me, there are chances because everybody is in the race of adopting AI and implementing it into the society as well as into the enterprise level.
Mhm.
So, what one mistake do you think companies are repeatedly making when adopting about AI?
Yeah, so that is deploying AI with excessive permissions. The
Okay.
principle of least privilege is getting abandoned because of rush of AI usage.
Right.
And in order to make a fully functional AI model, we need to have access of everything. We need to have an AI which answers everything. But this is increasing the risk of security breaches. If you have any AI assistant, so that AI assistant can read all your internal documents, your database or emails, everything can get compromised. So let's like one if we have any one well crafted prompt that can have your data loss entirely. So the
Mhm.
deepest risk is the permissions which we have to keep in mind. Moreover, we need to keep our employees, like our engineers and our team updated, like how they are using AI, and how they have to build, and how they have to work on to building a safer AI solution. So that thing
Okay.
also we need to train our teams for, because now I have recently attended some new conferences by EC Council and CompTIA, and I got to know that how much loss is happening every year because of employees being not trained onto AI.
Mhm.
So yeah, nowadays like there are a lot of certifications as well which have came up in the market, which will help even offensive people to learn how to test LLM models.
Okay.
Because even if we are building onto, like even if you are building an LLM model, so like an AI person can only create that, but a person
Mhm.
who is having the knowledge how to test AI based systems, how to come inside it, and how to prevent multi adversarial based attacks, can
Okay.
help in mitigating many type of attacks from happening. So yeah, I
Mhm.
feel like employee training should be there by every company, and that too should be frequent.
Very well said. Not only adopting the technology which can enhance the productivity of our employee, it is also important when you are giving their tool, you should have fully trained them with the manual of security as well. Because still, when earlier it was that human are the biggest leakage we see in security, but after AI, the adoption rate is so high that people are at one level missing the level of, you must say, the responsibility. As we say that we are moving in the direction of responsible AI, and the way Shruti you mentioned about this, I mean, I say if people feel responsible about using those AI tools, they will consider all the possible aspects to be get them safeguard. So let's just quick to some quick questions. I mean, we generally used to get from our audience to throw on you. In 2020-30, will AI reduce cybercrime or it will gonna industrialize it? What do you think so?
I feel both will happen together. Like it will be happening simultaneously because industrialization will arrive and it will consolidate faster than the defense of improvements. So
Okay.
like cybercrime has already hit like more than $10.3 trillion annual cost.
Mhm.
Um, and the new forecast is even predicting more than like $15 trillion. So
Yeah.
I feel like yes, so it will help in reducing cybercrime as well, and cybercrimes can be increased as well because of adoption of AI. So both things will happen simultaneously. Yeah.
This is another very interesting question, but generally this is not my question. I have ample amount of respect and love for cybersecurity professionals, but just in case, what's your output on that? Will cybersecurity jobs will be disappear or got curbed, or they will evolve with the help of AI? What's your take on that?
Yeah, I feel cybersecurity jobs will they will evolve. So we will be having more jobs coming up because cybercrime will definitely increase. But
Okay.
but I feel like the type of roles would be a bit different. Like
Okay.
earlier, we used to have in our SOC team, we used to have SOC
Mhm.
L1 people, we have L2 people. So these people, like, they used to triage the alerts if there is any false positive alert or no. But nowadays, like because of smart AI based threat detection tools, we are already getting less false positive alerts, so we do not
Okay.
need L1 people. So it is a possibility that L1 people, like for them, there will be like very less jobs available later on, because
Mhm.
most of the companies, they have started firing SOC L1 roles because they do
Mhm.
not need them as the basic level of task which they do already the tool is doing. But
Okay.
since AI is being adopted by every company, so different type of attacks can happen. Like more towards AI based security risk. So a person who understands LLM security, who understands adversarial AI based attacks, like how an adversary is performing an AI based attack and how we can make a defenses better. Jobs of those
Okay.
people will definitely be there. And for pen testing, if I'll say, uh, so for pen testing, AI tools, they know only what is fed inside the database.
Okay.
If I am a pen tester, my way of performing attack would be different as compared to some different person. And in pen testing, we requires a lot of creativity. We requires patience, which I feel AI tool can't do. AI based tools, they can help us. Uh, so we need to know how to use AI based tools and how to increase our efficiency. So that's the main thing we
But
need to focus on. Yeah.
so, what would you love to tell to young students or students who are focusing on AI these days? What threat should they should consider as an
Mhm.
alarm with them whenever they're using those tools, and consider using those tools responsibly, but also take care of all those aspects across the globe.
Yeah, so I feel like they need to mainly focus on to LLM security and onto adversarial AI based attacks because that is the like so like it's a very hot topic these days, and these attacks are increasing because AI will boom again.
Mhm.
Like so earlier, like we had like AI for basic things. Now we all are dependent onto AI for everything. uh
Right.
yeah, so I feel like they need to learn, they need to know about prompt injection, about model manipulation, about red teaming, like how we are using AI there. Now apart from that, in like apart from this, they even need to focus on to cloud security concepts. They need to know about how networking works because networking is base of everything. I have taken a lot of sessions where people often question, like, will networking vanish? So it's so like no, like they need to know networking. It's base of
Mm.
everything.
Okay.
Network security, network based risks, they need to understand. And if there is any person who will be starting learning now, I feel them, they should focus on to like they should follow a T-shaped model where they need to have a basic knowledge of everything, what happens in cloud, what happens in web, what happens in Android, like this. And then they need to focus on just one thing, and they need to emphasize more onto AI based security, onto LLM models, how attacks are happening, how it is getting prevented. Recently, on we have even seen like Tesla, like the study of um, the case study of Tesla, like where there was some organization who was just tried to fool off the Tesla's model of recognizing basic patterns. So big companies, they will be needing people who have the knowledge of LLM security. Yeah,
Mhm.
basic knowledge of, like, so I say master of one, jack of all. We need to
Okay,
have
that's it.
this.
Yeah, that is also very much important because the amount of tools available in market is nothing less than what we used to see when something new come into the picture. But as you mentioned about that, people have been using AI tools everywhere they see. I see people uploading pictures. I see people uploading their medical prescriptions. I see people asking trip plans. I see people asking a lot of stuffs. This is my general question from you. How do you see the way we get so much addicted to a trend that comes on social media regarding AI, or something which really company promotes by making a, let's say, making a portrait of image or doing any XYZ things? As a researcher, I just wanted to ask one question from you, that a lot of time people are sharing their pictures to models. How do you see that aspects as a researcher only? I mean, this is just, it came into my mind right now. I wanted to ask you that because we have seen a lot of trends going out in a couple of months ago, that people
Yeah.
sharing their pictures to Gemini, people sharing their pictures to ChatGPT. So I mean, picture is your personal identity, and you're giving your personal identity to a model. You never know how model responds in future, what it happens with you. I mean, I'm on the positive side; it will not make any mistakes. But what could be the negative scenarios that definitely comes as a nightmare in your mind because you have gone through with that ways? So, via your words, let's just know people about this, that how risky it could be.
Yeah, so you have asked a very interesting question, because like recently so many trends went, like Ghibli trend, right? And there were many more, like where people, like they were adding their pictures and they were converting it to Ghibli art. Moreover, like girls, they used to put their
Yeah,
picture and wear me a sari, and then like,
yeah,
so they are just, so like they are doing it for fun. But
yeah.
nothing in this universe comes for free. If we are giving anything to ChatGPT, ChatGPT learns. It stores the pictures inside the database. Next time, like if there is a person who is trying to give some prompts, let's say
Hmm.
if I am writing create a AI avatar for my company, so that person's, the avatar which will be created, maybe like that person is having facial similarity like you, because you have given your image, you have given your face to GPT will learn it and will produce the similar data like that. Moreover,
Okay.
there were like so many newses where the people like they complain that GPT created their nude content, or something wrong happened to their personal data. So it's only us who are feeding, who are saying GPT use our data, and then if GPT is using it, then we are blaming AI tools for that. So we should never upload our our pictures or our details anywhere, because now let's say, so GPT is now let's assume GPT is secure because it's by OpenAI. There are so many researchers involved. Now let's say if I have created another AI based tool, for example, let's say Rock AI, okay, and people, they have started using it. Now, what is the guarantee that the security which I am putting in my model is 100% trusted? Like, how can you trust my model? It can also happen that you are putting a picture, that fine, but my model could be vulnerable to prompt injection, or maybe there could be some different flaw which might be there with my model. So any hacker, he can just give the prompts, he can take your pictures out and can use it for the bad purposes. So
Hmm.
yeah.
That very amazingly you explained about this is very interesting. It's a form of learning for me as well. I mean, the way simply you understand. I think all of viewers should also understand this, that when you are putting something there, it's not just a one way. It is going somewhere and getting stored. Maybe it can come back to someone else window. You never know how it could be looked at there. Okay, just we're into now the final stage of our conversation, and I really loved it. So quickly and rapidly we made, just like AI does that all so quickly and rapidly. I think this conversation has also gone so quick that we have come up with a lot of discussions. We will take a thought analysis from you, and I'll read a line. You can give about your thoughts on that. One AI related threat that scares you most. This is all about you.
Yeah, so that is obviously the real-time deepfake video and the images which are coming up. So
Okay.
we have, so like we now have documented cases of like finance executives authorizing multi-million-dollar transfers after video calls, where every person on the screen was looking so real, but they were fake. So this technology is very cheap and fast, and everybody is having access of it. So
Okay.
yeah, it's obviously this deepfake attack and the voice cloning, because even I use it like when I don't have to, like, so sometimes even I have to present some topic, and if I want to just make it more interactive, I use the AI avatar for doing that. So I feel
Okay.
like it's the most scary.
Hmm. One habit every individual should adopt today in the age of era of AI.
Yeah, so in the age of AI, I feel like we need to verify before we trust anything. And for every request, whether it's involving money, credentials, or sensitive information, even from a voice or a face which you already recognize, we should think for a second and we should validate if the person is really the original one or no. So
Mhm.
when I'm answering this, I remember one case study. So there was a woman in Florida. She
Mhm.
got a call from her daughter, and like when she picked the call, her daughter was crying and screaming that she met with a car accident, and she asked for some money. So that woman, without thinking for a second, she just transferred that. But then but then, like, she got to know that she was scammed. That was a deep fake audio call which was generated by scammers just to, like, take the money. So yeah.
Okay. It's okay. This is these are really eye-opening scenarios which we have actually got from Shruti today, and people should understand this is not a movie scene of factual, unfactual, or fictional things. These are really existing images which actually running across the globe. But it is very much important for everyone to learn. Okay, let's just do the second last one for you today. Can AI ever replace ethical hackers? What's your call on that?
No, AI can automate. AI can helps in making us more fast and efficient, but AI can never replace us, because if we are, like, if we're hacking anything ethically or if we're pen testers, we have to be creative. AI cannot be creative. AI just
Mhm.
learns from the patterns, and how many
Okay.
patterns he knows, like, it's only learning from that. Uh, so I feel like ethical hackers will not be replaced, but ethical hackers who know how to use AI to make their work fast, and ethical hackers who understand LLM security and how things are happening, they will be able to sustain, like, so they will be able to save their jobs even in some few years, like, it will be good.
Come up to the last one. If a cyber attackers were have a movie genre, what would be they?
Yeah, so this will be like entirely based on to like science fiction thriller
Yeah.
because we have a hacker that is entirely invisible. We have the machine speed, which is very fast. We have a human intent behind every action, and we have a human deciding why, what, when behind everything. So I
Okay.
feel like it should be science fiction. Yeah.
Nice. Lovely. I think that's all we actually have bought today from you. But uh, I leave the closing note firstly on your hand. I mean, if you have anything to for all our audience who are actually in the era of AI, trying to do new stuffs using new tools, what stuff they should actually take care of it, what regulations we have discussed today only, what habits they should talk about we have discussed, and I really love it. I mean, actually, this conversation was really an eye-opening, especially the reality that AI itself is not good or bad; it's powerful, and if the power is getting used in right directions, we will get the right output. But if the power shifts to the negative directions, the wrong directions, there are high chances to get something which is really hazardous for entire environment and to humanity as well.
Yeah.
And that's really, and even power scales up as well. If you just but in the wrong directions. What stands out is this, that AI is accelerating both defense and attack, but the judgment, ethics, awareness still belongs to humans' hand. So the way you mentioned that looping human is always an important aspect, even if you're automating everything. To everyone watching, whether you are a student or experimenting with AI, a business leader, or adopting AI tools, or simply someone curious, remember this. Uh, the convenience should never replace the caution. Okay, that's what I have learned personally from the interaction with Shruti today, that if something is bringing convenience to your life, if something is making ease for your life, be it is on the defensive side or offensive side, never replace cautions of what you are responsible of, because she mentioned that AI is the technology is available to everyone. When something gets available to everyone, the misuse starts immediately, gets multiplied in different actions. So yes, AI can write your emails, AI can answer your questions, but it also can manipulate you. And that, in terms of, I think, AI, we call hallucination or confabulation. So keeping yourself safe from that is what I have learned with her today. The future isn't AI versus human. Okay, it's responsible human using AI wisely. So what your stake on that, Shruti? I will give the mic to you to close the podium. Like, the future isn't AI versus human, it's responsible human using AI wisely. That's it.
Yeah, so that's absolutely true. So I feel like it's for everyone. Like even if you're using AI for anything, just see, like, if you are using it for a business purpose, just try to hide your company's name, try to hide your
Mhm.
company's sensitive data, and then ask AI the opinion and how it can make it better. Your personal information like your pictures, your card details, your Aadhaar numbers, your any identifiable information, we should never directly feed it to AI, because we are feeding there, it's stored somewhere and anybody can use it. Moreover, for students, if they are in their learning phase, so apart from learning what they are doing in their college, they should even spend some hours in learning about AI, and they should even read a lot of case studies. I feel the more case studies we read, the more
Yeah,
so we can understand the concept better, like how things are happening in real life. And for every student, don't just focus on marks, focus on focus on
yeah.
everything, and be a master of one thing, and don't forget to be jack of everything.
That's really amazing and a wonderful lesson I would also take from here. Uh, that's all, guys. That's Shruti Kapoor with us, the researcher in AI, doing some great stuff in pen testings and taking care of organizations, becoming someone who really know how to exploit the system, but also protect them all. It was wonderful having you on the show, Shruti, and we loved it. I mean, I think you are one of the most dynamic person we could have today on the show, coming with some different diverse background, and also showing us that resilience in human is also required, not in just a system, because that's what has brought you here. And we are love and we are happy to have you on the show. To all of viewers, thank you so much. Do enjoy the sessions. Do let us know how it really sparks you in the best way. Until next time, stay secure, stay vigilant, and keep making yourself into a practice that security is not just responsibility, it's your daily habit. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Shruti.
Thank you,
Should we
Anas.